All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Much peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. You brothers and you sisters, wholeheartedly waiting upon the Lord Yahweh to send his only begotten son Yahushai to deliver us from this captivity. To you I say shalom. So this video is going to be entitled, You Babylonians, aka Americans, don't know what is about to happen. You Babylonians, aka you Americans, aka you Egyptians, don't know what is about to happen in America. And I was thinking about this as I was commuting. It's so many different mindsets and problems that these people in the world, they stress the fuck out over these different things that's happening in the world. Bills, relationships, etc. And there's such a bigger problem coming that you people just don't see. The main thing that's happening, that is about to befall on this earth, is Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble, which is going to be everyone's trouble, but it's mainly going to be Jacob. Right? This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So within this terrible time that is about to befall on the earth, because Jacob's trouble is going to happen all over, but it's mainly going to be here in America. The main tribulation is going to really be in America. But the MOTB and things like that, that's going to happen throughout the entire earth. Revelation 3 and 10 tells you that because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. So the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, is going to be implemented and made mandatory for everyone on the earth to be tested. Majority of the people will take it. So Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, man. Jacob's trouble is the scriptures say is a dark day, gloomy. When you go to Zephaniah, the first chapter, and you start at verse let's see. Really, you can really start up. But I'm gonna get the point because I'm driving. Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. This is the day. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. I'm gonna need some air. It's a lot. That day is gonna be so grievous. You're gonna have people dying of famine. You're gonna have people shot and killed. You're gonna have cannibalism. You're gonna be having all types of different things happening on this earth, man. Verse 16, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Right? You're gonna have them sirens going off. You got the little amber alerts, the different sirens that be going off. On these different official trucks, these amalams, the police vehicles, and then you got those alarms when there's a tornado and things like that. Those alarms gonna be going off, right? It says against the high towers, you got these different skyscrapers, these tall buildings, right? We live over here in Detroit, well, we're not in Detroit, but Michigan, but downtown Detroit, they got the Renaissance Renaissance building. That building is fucking huge, man. You know, it's tall as hell. It's huge. It says, verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh is dung. Right? So it says that these people are going to walk around like blind men. They're not going to know what the fuck is going on. That's why I said, you fucking Egyptians, man, you people in America, Babylon the Great, you Babylonians, you do not know what is about to happen over here in America, man. It's about to be all out fucking hell. And you people, you worrying about everything up under the sun, but what's about to happen, man? You know, I just came from the grocery store, and I looked at the damn shelves, man. This shit is, it's scarce, it's bare. It's so bad. It's so bad. They got shit just like leaning. You know, shit is toppled over. You know what I'm saying? People are just chilling, man. They're not even panicking. There was a time where shit was happening, people go out, panic buy, and you know, but people are so strapped for money now that they can't even go out and panic buy anymore. You know, Esau sees it. He knows. You panic bought all of the toilet tissue during C19, and then the port strike, you went out, panic bought again. And now he set up these tariffs, right? That's slowly depleting the resources within America. And you people just don't even see it now. You know? The time to panic buy would have been now. If you would have bought up everything, you would have been good. But guess what? The Lord got that spirit out there of being relaxed, being you know, the scriptures say, because victuals are so good, cheap on the earth, they shall think themselves. Actually, let me grab that. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and get to that. That's Second Ezra. Second Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You see? So right now, you know, yeah, eggs are a little high, things like that, but you can still go to fucking McDonald's and get you a little sandwich for a couple of dollars. You know, a combo meal for a couple of dollars. You can still go to these different fast food, Little Caesars, Popeyes, things like that, you know. But when you go to these grocery stores and you look at these Whole Foods, you know, chicken is fucking, a pack of chicken is like $12. Some chicken breast, man. You know, chicken thighs is $10. You know, these organics. The organics is shit. I looked at some damn organic asparagus, man, was $6.99. Like, goddamn, a couple little strings of asparagus. You see? But to the masses, when they go to these fast food restaurants and all these different restaurants, these fast food chains, that shit is cheap, dirt cheap, man. So that's why it says, I'm gonna read it again, 2 Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth. Victuals is food. Let's define the word. Defining victuals is food or provisions. Fuck. All right. Food or provisions. It says, even then shall eat. That they shall think themselves to be in good case, even then shall evils grow upon the earth. You see? So evils are growing. You got these tariffs, you know, you got these different wars happening, you know, shit, you name it, man. Before it becomes a full-blown CW within America. And then 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter happens. With men fighting against their friends, right? Let me just go ahead and do this now. Let's lock it, bros. Got one more stop. So this is happening, you know? This is happening. Go to your local grocery store, your Myers, your Kroger's, your Walmarts, right? your Whole Foods, your Trader Joe's, your Nino Salvaggio's, however you pronounce that word. And you can see and you can look at the shelves, man. They're starting to deplete. So brothers, hey, if you're a prudent man, the scriptures say a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Go get you some stuff that you need, man. Go grab you some canned goods. Go grab you a couple packs of water, and then store that up. And you ain't got to go crazy. You ain't got to go get 3, 6, 7, 8 months worth of food out there. But grab you a couple canned goods, man. Something that's gonna last you at least 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks at least. You know what I'm saying? 3 weeks, maybe a month's supply of water. 2-3 weeks worth of food, man. Some canned goods, beans, lentils, maybe some canned veggies. They got canned meats. You got canned chicken, tuna. Get you some canned tuna. All different types of things like that, man. And pray Yahweh Shem Yahushua preserve your victuals and to provide for you in that day. Because that's what happened with Elijah. Elijah was taken care of, man. The cruse of oil and the meal did not fail during that time of famine. But it says that sword, famine, and great confusion is going to arise on the earth. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua has a spirit of. That's why the scriptures talking about they're in gross darkness, right? The time where you should have been preparing, you should have been, doing what you had to do to stock up on your goods. People aren't doing it now, right? A lot of these people are broke. A lot of these people are not paying attention. They don't know that it's that bad out here because it's gradually happening. It's not happening like boom. Oh, there's no more goods. There's no more, But because it's happening gradually, the people don't see it. You see, but guess what? The prophets see it. Amos chapter 3. Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You see? So the prophets got the answers, man. The prophets see. It says, the lion hath roared, who will not fear? Yahweh hath spoken, who can but prophesy? And the prophets is going to prophesy, man. The prophets is going to tell y'all what the deal is, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua got the answers out there. So, hey, I just wanted to make this real quick, man. You people, you just don't see what the fuck is about to happen over here in Babylon. Oh, that's another scripture that came to mind. 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Because what I said earlier in this video, a lot of these people, they catching all of this hell. They worrying about all this different shit that's going on in the world. But guess what? The prophets have been told what the shit. Look, listen. 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Oh, let me start at 13. Now, therefore, set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. So we got to set our house in order. It says comfort such of them that as be in trouble. That's why the scriptures say comfort you one another with these words. We make these videos, to boost your spirit and your faith. Yahweh Ratazah. Verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. See? So cast off those burdens of man, man. Cast those away. That's what the scriptures say, put your burdens upon the Lord, man. Because guess what? You're going to always have burdens. You're going to always deal with these fucking women. If you're not, hey, you're a strong man. You're always going to have to deal with bills. You're going to have to deal with finances. You're always going to have to deal with your family. Unless you just, you moved out and you ain't dealing with your family. Something is going to happen, that, hey, the scriptures say no temptation of taking you, but that which is common to man. You see? Verse 15 is set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee and haste thee to flee from these times. So we got to haste to flee from these times, man. You see? So all of the different thoughts and the different things that these people go through in the world, they don't have the faith in the comfort that we have within this truth. You see, we got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and if we have faith and we continue, hey, Lord willing, we be saved from these things that are about to happen on the earth. So I want to end it there. I'm going to give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,